So I'm sitting on my couch about to turn on the Clippers-Mavericks game, and I get the notification, Kawhi Leonard out for the game. Oh, I was heated because playoff Kawhi is a treat, a pure enjoyment to watch, and we have been robbed of him quite a bit over the past few years. He was questionable, ends up not playing, but I was so optimistic coming into the playoffs this year. Kawhi played 68 games. That's the most games he's played since the 2016-17 season, where that was the year the knee got hurt. He was third in MVP voting that year, third in Defensive Player of the Year voting, first team All-NBA. The year before, he was second in MVP voting for the Defensive Player of the Year. We're talking about peak Kawhi here, going for 25 and 6 on 49% shooting from the field, 38% from three. This is peak Kawhi, where, he was played 74 games, and then after that, he had a season where he played 9 games, a season where he played 60 games, and then this year, where he played 68, was the first season that he has played more than 60 games since then. The first time he's played more than 60 games in almost a decade, which is kind of crazy. And the disheartening part about today's game was we don't get to see Kawhi. I thought the Clippers were going to go out and Luka was going to wear him out. But boy, was I wrong. And that's the scary part for this Dallas Mavericks team and the rest of the NBA. If the Clippers, and they dominated this game, make no mistake about it, they were up at least 10 points for the vast majority of this game. Shooting 50% from three definitely helped, but in my opinion, Kawhi is their best player. He is playoff Kawhi, is still a top 10 player in the NBA, no doubt about it, and maybe not even playoff Kawhi, maybe just regular season Kawhi, who averaged 24 points per game, 6 rebounds, 3.6 assists, 1.6 steals, and a block per game, 2.5 stocks, 53% shooting from the field, 42% from three on 5 attempts, at the age of 32. Where does that rank in your top 20 players list? Either way, without Kawhi, James Harden stole the show today for the Clippers. He scored 28 points, had 8 assists, a couple of rebounds, 2 blocks, only 1 turnover, so he was taking care of the ball, and he was 6 for 11 from 3. He heated it up, 8 for 17 from the field overall. Concerning that he was only 2 for 6 from 2-point range, but I'll turn a blind eye to it because of the fact that they were playing without Kawhi, and he kind of carried them. Amir Coffey got the start in the absence of Kawhi. He didn't play bad. He didn't play great. He was only +1 in terms of plus-minus, and they were winning by a good bit for most of the game. He was 2 for 7 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3. Paul George had a pretty inefficient night, 8 for 20 from the field, 4 for 12 from 3, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, but a guy that is going to be much more of a problem than I anticipated is Ivica Zubac. He gave the Mavs trouble all game. Now, yes, Daniel Gafford went out with an injury, which left Derek Lively II, the rookie, to play 20 minutes in this game. And Derek Lively, if you've ever looked at him, he doesn't weigh very much. Okay, and Ivica Zubac, he was bullying Daniel Gafford. You can imagine what he did to Derek Lively. Now, yes, Lively still had 3 blocks. Gafford had a block, so they had 4 blocks from their post guys, from their centers. But even still, Ivica Zubac finished with 20 points, 15 rebounds, 4 of which were offensive, an assist, a steal, and a block on 10 of 17 shooting from the field in only 33 minutes. Very, very good stuff from Ivica Zubac, and he could turn out to be the X factor in this series if the Mavs are not able to contain him down low, because you have to worry about Paul George, you have to worry about James Harden, Westbrook off the bench, Norman Powell off the bench. When Kawhi comes back, you got to worry about Kawhi, and they're not going to bring Kawhi back until they need him. If they go up 2-0, Kawhi will not play in Game 3. If they go up 3-0, Kawhi will not play in Game 4. They will not bring Kawhi back until they need him, and that might not be until the second round, when they play either the Thunder or the Pelicans, who I'm watching play right now, and the Pelicans have a very good chance to win that series, mark my words. Watch them go out and get swept now. But they will not play Kawhi until they need him. Grabbing Game 1 was huge for multiple reasons. Obviously, you want to win Game 1. You're ahead a game in the series, but you give Kawhi another game to rest. Going back to the stat sheet here, we talked about Paul George's inefficient night, still had 22. Terrence Mann, 4 for 8 from the field, 3 for 3 from 3. Had 13 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists in 39 minutes. He played a lot. Harden played 39 minutes. PG played 37. Terrence Mann was a plus 12 when he was in there. Zubac had the highest plus minus of the game at plus 15. And again, that's probably going to be the X factor going forward. Can they figure out a way to stop Zubac? Because he's an old-fashioned back to the basket center, and Lively had a pretty good, he had a pretty big problem there. Trying to stop him. Westbrook off the bench had 13 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, covering my parlay, baby. You love to see it. 2 steals. He was playing elite defense as well. 4 turnovers is a bit of a question mark, but hey, just let Russ go out there, be that energy guy. Just let him do as he pleases. Norman Powell off the bench, we talked about. He had a pretty inefficient night, 2 for 6 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3 overall. Only scored 5 points in 30 minutes, so you look for him to have a bigger footprint or fingerprint on the next game. And then Mason Plumlee played 12 and a half minutes off the bench. He put up 2 points, 5 rebounds. And the Mavs, or not the Mavs, the Clippers were able to kind of dominate this game on the inside. They had 4 more rebounds than the Clippers and 4 more offensive rebounds than the Mavericks. They had 4 more total and offensive rebounds than the Mavericks did. So we'll see what the adjustments are. But again, the Clippers go out and win this game without their guy. Kawhi is their guy, make no mistake about it. And once again, he levels up once the playoffs start. Luka was 11 for 26 from the field without the Clippers' best perimeter defender out there. Kyrie had a good game. He had 31. Luka had 33, 13, and 6 with 4 turnovers. We talked about Gafford getting hurt. That's huge. If PJ Washington cannot be efficient, he will not be able to play. 2 for 7 from 3. He's not going to cut it. Derrick Jones Jr. 0 for 4 from the field. So the Mavs, they didn't have a good game. Well, the Clippers got a little bit lucky in the shooting department. The Mavericks being 10 for 33 from 3, and the Clippers being 18 for 36. That's a 20% difference there. That's the big storyline today. I think that's really where they got dominated, and Zubac down low dominated them as well. But overall, going forward, it'll be very interesting to watch, but it's kind of scary for the Mavericks that they got dominated without Kawhi Leonard on the floor. That's my take on it. Y'all let me know your thoughts though down in the comment section below. If you did enjoy today's video at any point, make sure to hit the like button. We're trying to hit 100 likes on today's video. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button because we're making daily NBA content. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.